This bite is infected. A few weeks ago, I was working on a house I'd been contracted to renovate, a narrow terrace that leaned into its neighbor like it was tired of standing. The place had been empty for years. Wallpaper yellowed with damp hung off the walls, and the carpets were so rotten you left footprints in the dust. The owner wanted the fireplace opened up again and the living room and kitchen to be knocked through to be open plan. Halfway through scraping the old nicotine yellow wood chip wallpaper, I heard something inside the chimney. A soft flutter at first, then a cough. Not the clean kind you or I make, but wet, stuck in the throat. I thought a bird had fallen down, so I prized the boards off. The smell hit straight away, sour and damp, like meat left too long in a bag. Behind the last sheet of plaster was a thing curled up in the soot. It was small, about the size of a fist, pale enough to glow against the black brick. Its head was smooth, no eyes, just this lipless mouth. The body was no more than a stalk of gristle. From its back hung 2 folds of membrane, like collapsed lungs. They twitched every time it breathed. I should have killed it there and then. But it looked weak, pathetic even. I fetched a cardboard box, lined it with an old tea towel, and set it near the radiator. The creature coughed once, a wet rattle, and went still. I covered the fireplace back up to stop anything else dropping through. As I hammered the last nail, I caught my finger. Just a nick, but enough blood to mark the floor. I turned to fetch a plaster and saw the box move. It climbed the edge, flapped its wings, and landed beside the spatter. It pressed its mouth right to it, lapping like a dog. Then it lifted its head, lips shining, and jumped. The bite was fast and its needle-like teeth sliced into my finger. I yanked my hand back, but by the time I looked it was already gone, dragging itself into the gap behind the radiator. I tore half the room apart but couldn't find the fucking thing. By the next day my finger was swollen, hot and stretched tight, the skin pulled translucent over a deep, angry purple. That night it went black around the nail, a patch of dry, dead decay that didn't bleed when I caught it on the sheet. I told myself it was just a severe infection. I'd go to the clinic if it got worse. Over the next few days the skin started peeling, but it didn't slough off cleanly. Instead it dissolved like wet paper, revealing something below that was sick and absolutely wrong. My nails peeled off one at a time, leaving the flesh underneath a raw, weeping mound of bruised burgundy flesh that refused to form a scab. It constantly oozed a thick yellow pus. The smell became the worst part, a sickly odor like rotten milk. The doctors didn't know what to do with me. They took samples of the pus, ran my blood tests. The powerful antibiotics only seemed to burn my skin more. Nothing worked. It just keeps spreading. By the time the discoloration reached my elbow the skin was already cold to the touch and totally numb. Now my gums are permanently weeping. The blood is thick and brown, staining my teeth. My molars shift with every swallow and a couple of teeth have fallen out. There is something moving under the skin of my wrist, not a pulse but a distinct sinuous wriggle, like a worm or parasite below the skin. They keep saying they don't know what's wrong with me. They look at me like they already know I'm lost. What I haven't told them is how I can't stop thinking about the taste of blood.